Hey Paranormals, this one is for you if you're going to be working in the hallway area in the SCLC building around the writing center. According to our path, the visitors will have gone through the lobby area and there will be bags up here blocking, except for right here. So this is where the visitors are going to walk, and this is where the paranormals sort of come in this next part of the haunt, okay? So right here by the pole and the wall, the visitors will hopefully sort of just come this way. They won't be able to see a lot on their left. It'll be kind of nice and narrow for them. And what we're hoping is somewhere about here, the visitors will sort of stop and look down the hallway, okay? Hallway doesn't look very menacing right now, but it is extremely menacing in the dark with a ton of fog and with some of these other things that we've decided to do in the hallway. So as the visitors look down, we're hoping that they will just sort of sense that there are some people in front of them. Again, if you're paranormal in this area, you probably are using level 1 and at max level 2 makeup. Here's why. This is the first time the visitors are going to see from head to toe the paranormals, but we also want it to just be more mysterious and creepy rather than like aggressive. That way it feels like every part of the haunt gets more and more advanced, okay? So right here by the water fountains is the first place where if you're a paranormal you can be. So the yellow cards, whenever you see them, are paranormals. There's going to be some plastic hanging from the ceiling all the way down to the floor. So this water fountain area is a good spot. It means that you're going to be sort of behind plastic and you can sort of poke your head out. Hopefully people won't see you completely, but you can also come out, and the main thing that paranormals hopefully are going to do in this area is walk. Is just sort of keep looping around. This is another good spot. If you see the yellow cards, that means some paranormals can be there as well. And again, clear plastic hanging all the way down to the floor. So there will be sort of fog in this area, some sound effects of choking, vomiting, and sort of just a machinery type of sound, which is going to be sort of the background noise. If you're a paranormal working in this area, your job is going to be to sort of keep the visitors moving. The key part is hopefully going to be the fact that this year we're using 2 hallways. So normally we block off one of the hallways. This is the hall that is right behind the writing center with the yellow chairs. And then over there is the hallway that has faculty offices. We're going to use both this year. Here's what we're hoping. The visitors at every turn will sort of feel like they're going to be trapped. So if I'm a visitor, and you can see the white is the visitors, I'm going to stop here and sort of look down this hallway. There's going to be some various plastic things hanging from the hallway to sort of block our view, but you'll start to be able to see the paranormals here. And hopefully the paranormals in this hallway, they're going to be really active. What we think would be really cool, and what we're hoping to achieve, is paranormals sort of walking in a loop. This way, once the visitors are sort of down a path, there'll be paranormals everywhere. So the paranormals can just sort of walk with their heads down. They can shuffle. Remember, if you've got stage 1 or stage 2 radiation poisoning, you're going to be coughing. You're going to be sort of itching your skin. And you're also going to be just kind of freaked out. Remember, we're in a fallout shelter, so the paranormals are going to be just sort of out of it. Walking around, some of them delirious. And this little loop right here between those 2 hallways, we're going to get the visitors, in other words, sort of walking and trapped. With the paranormal, as you get to know the paranormals in this area, you guys can sort of choreograph exactly what you're going to do. But most of the time, these paranormals are just going to keep walking. It's going to create this really creepy effect. And it's also going to continue to push the visitors sort of around and around. Remember, this time for the haunted house, we want them to have the feeling of being trapped. And then at some point to sort of let them go through. So again, level 1 or level 2 makeup, be prepared to be walking and active. You won't necessarily interact with the people, with the visitors a lot, but you will a little. Maybe a little eye contact. Maybe just a little touch as they brush by you. You can act oblivious to the visitors, which sometimes is even creepier when somebody walks past you and you realize it's a paranormal and they're literally not even looking at you. There's a lot that we can do with the hallway. It's the second part of the haunt, so it's super, super important. Once we feel like, as the paranormals, like you've given them enough, they really need to go through, here we are, back of the Writing Center. Back of the Writing Center is one of the main areas of the fallout shelter, so if you're a paranormal, you're eventually going to get the visitors to right here. Plastic will be hanging in front of there so they can't see the door the first couple of times they go around. It's going to be a little flap, just like last year, hanging from the top. And when you're ready for them to go through, we're just going to draw the plastic back, and then they're ready for the next part of the hunt. Thanks, paranormals.